Hello guys, welcome to Spice Channel TV. If you're joining us for the first time, you're very much welcome. I sincerely appreciate your presence. Kindly subscribe and please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. Guys, there is a saying that money answereth all things. I really hope that this particular saying is not applicable to our judicial system in Nigeria because with what we are seeing, it is so obvious that the INEC has really been compromised, with the past elections and how everything have played out. And now Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar have decided to take, the case to court. They have decided to seek redress in court over the irregularities that had occurred, in the past February 25th presidential election. And Peter Obi is to appear in court today and has said that the INEC denied him access to inspect the presidential election materials, including the BVAS. Guys, this is really serious. And before now, the courts have granted both Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar, they have given them permission to assess and inspect all the election materials that that was used during the February 25th presidential election. They were given permission to do so, to inspect the materials. And now Peter Obi have cried out that the INEC have denied him access to inspect the presidential election materials, including the BVAS. And with the recent happenings of INEC, with the move they are trying to do, INEC, recently, have gone to the court seeking an order to reconfigure the BVAS. Now, Nigerians have really held INEC for that particular movement and have asked, stating that is it that they are trying to hide, something from Nigerians? This one that the INEC chairman have quickly ran to the court to make sure he reconfigure, the BVAS before Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar, would even have access to inspect the BVAS. Let's find out more as we hit the news. But if you're joining us for the first time, you're very much welcome. I sincerely appreciate your presence. Kindly subscribe and please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Let's get the full details. Now, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has said that he is personally heading to court today as the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, denied him and his political party access to inspect the commission's sensitive materials used for the February 25th, 2023 presidential election, including the bimodal voter accreditation system, the BVAS. We recall that the Court of Appeal, sitting in Abuja on Friday, granted the request of Obi and his People's Democratic Party (PDP) counterpart Atiku Abubakar to inspect the election materials used during the presidential election. Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar had approached the Presidential Election Court to seek permission for the inspection of the election materials used during the presidential election, as they are challenging the outcome of the election in which the electoral umpire declared Bola Tinubu of the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC) the winner and also the president-elect. Moreover, on Wednesday, Obi said that the INEC have refused him and his party to inspect the election materials, including BVAS. Hence, he was personally heading to court with his lawyers. And Obi have stated, I was supposed to comment our Whistle Stop campaign for our various Labour Party governorship and state assembly candidates today. Initially, my trip was to take me to Lagos, Enugu, Abia, Delta, Edo, Rivers Plateau, Borno, and also Nasarawa, etc. However, following INEC's refusal to allow our party to inspect the materials, including the BVAS from the February 25th presidential elections, I am personally heading to the courts today with our lawyers. And as we pursue due process and defer to the rule of law, I urge all the obedient in various states to continue campaigning for our various governorship candidates. And it is also imperative that the obedient vote for candidates with competence, character, capacity, and compassion. And I remain committed and will give more attention to our mission of retrieving our mandate. A new Nigeria is possible. Indeed, a new Nigeria is possible. But then, with what we have been seeing in this country, Many have really lost hope, concerning this particular issue. Now, with Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi heading to court for, to seek redress over the irregularities that was, faced with the INEC at the last elections, they have decided to seek redress in court. And some Nigerians have really given up hope on the court system, on the judicial system, because they feel that the courts won't be able to give justice, won't be able to deliver justice to the people. And we all know that Nigeria, this country, so many have alleged that this country, in fact, is a lawless country, and nobody is obeying court orders anymore. Yes, when we look at what the decisions of the federal government and all that has been done, we have quite noticed that the federal government does not obey the court orders. So if tomorrow, peradventure, the court rules in favor of any of the presidential candidates, or it rules in favor of the people, which the people have strongly demanded that the elections should be cancelled and there should be a fresh election. Now, if the court should grant that order, do you really think that the federal government would adhere to that order? That is just the thing. Now, that will be another, problem entirely, because the federal government, the government of Nigeria, is fond of disobeying court orders. So we don't really know what will happen. But for now, Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar are really fighting hard to make sure that they win this case in court. Peter Obi is stating that he is the true, winner of the last presidential elections. Atiku Abubakar is also stating that he is the winner. But then we know that we have only one winner. And now it is left for the courts to decide, to give their judgment on what will happen. It's either they pronounce one of them, either Peter Obi or Atiku Abubakar, the winner, or they cancel this election. That is what Nigerians have been asking for, because Nigerians have strongly believed that the APC, presidential candidate rigged his way into power. He really rigged his way into power through the INEC. And the INEC chairman, Mahmoud Yakubu, many people have been calling out for him and his neck for quite some time now. So guys, what are your thoughts concerning this issue? Peter Obi appearing in court and stating that the INEC have denied his access to inspect the presidential election materials, with the INEC recent move to configure the BVAS before the governorship election. Guys, do you really think that the INEC, denying Peter Obi the access to, inspect the presidential election materials, do you think that they have an ulterior motive, to that, to them not giving Peter Obi access to inspect the presidential election materials? Guys, kindly share your thoughts concerning this in the comment section down below. Thank you. Bye for now.